Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Star. This is your preview for Manchester United versus Sheffield, which is going to be played on Wednesday night in England and early Thursday morning in India. We've got Shubhankar here with us from the Stretford Way, which is an amazing Instagram page, and Shubhankar has been a lifelong fan of Manchester United. So we're going to talk about the current form of Manchester United and Sheffield United. We are going to talk about Marcus Rashford's injury. We are going to talk about whether Diallo should play in this game or not, or should he get any minutes in this game or not. We'll be talking about Arsenal, the confidence of the players post the Liverpool game, which was an absolute blockbuster. You should check out our review for that. We'll be talking about the lineups, and finally we'll go to the prediction. So Shubhankar, I just wanted you know revise this for everyone who's watching. We have won four of our last five games, with the only draw coming against Liverpool. We won 1-0 against Wolves, 2-1 against Aston Villa. We won 1-0 against Burnley, the game that took us top of the table. Then we drew 0-0 with Liverpool, and
We had
we
a 2-1 against Fulham.
yes, and the latest one is 2-1 against Fulham. And Sheffield have lost four of their last five games, in which they have won only one of them, which is a 1-0 win against a 10-man Newcastle. Now, how do you think the confidence in both parties is like at the moment?
Sheffield have won only one game, I guess. One game throughout the season. It's been 19 games and they've won only one game. Okay. Whereas United, top of the table, Sunday, FA Cup, high on confidence, absolutely high on confidence. So yeah, like there is a contrast of confidence among both teams, whereas like Sheffield have not been so high on confidence, and look at United, and they are amazing. They are taking massive strides, and they are very high on confidence for sure.
True. So, do you think how do you say Chris Wilder, because he hasn't won as many games in the Premier League? I mean, no offense to them, Sheffield has got as many points as a Pentagon in the Premier League. Uh, do you think Chris Wilder will try to go for a draw and sit back and defend as much as he can throughout the game?
I mean, like if they defend and if they don't try to attack, probably they will concede a goal because with the defense they have, I mean, yeah, Ramsdale is a good goalkeeper, no doubt on that. But with the defense they have, they will probably concede a goal for sure. They will concede, and if they try to attack, they'll concede even more. So yeah,
Right. I just want to come to the starman in my personal starman of the 3-2 win over Liverpool, which was an absolute blockbuster. I just want to repeat this again and again because I think all of us were on high spirits after that. So Marcus Rashford, apparently Ole came out and said that he has suffered a knock. There will be a scan. As of yet, when we've shot this video, we've received no news of what has happened to Marcus Rashford. If should we risk playing him if the scan comes out and says that, okay, you know what, Marcus has a minor knock but he'll be okay, should we risk playing him, or should we keep him on the bench? Obviously we're playing Arsenal this weekend.
so with keeping Arsenal on my mind, I would say rest Marcus and have some other players start. Okay, because there are a lot of players that are not getting chances. So start Marcus Rashford and rest Marcus Rashford and start the other players.
Right. So in place of Marcus Rashford, I think the majority of the fan base would go with Martial, because I think all of them see them as a winger. I see him as a winger. What about another player we just brought in the summer, but he joined in January, Amad Diallo? Because I was talking to someone the other day, and that person told me that, you know what, Sheffield is an easy game. It's an easy path to 3 points. We should try to give him some minutes. What do you think? Is it too early for him, or is it the right time? Because apparently he's impressed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in training. So what do you think? Should we give him some minutes against Sheffield?
I'll not I will not start him. Probably 15-20 minutes towards the end after we have we have an unaccessible lead, like probably 3-0 or 2-0 lead. Then on I'll bring Ahmad. Not start him the game because he's a young guy. I won't give him the pressure of starting the game. So yeah.
So I'm just going to call back to something I said earlier, that we are playing Arsenal this weekend. Obviously, Arsenal, you know, keeping all the fun and banter aside, they have got a really good signing in Martin Odegaard. Do
Yeah.
you think that makes Arsenal more competitive, and because of that, we should try to rest as many players as we want, as we can for the Arsenal game, so that we get all 3 points against Arsenal?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like in my opinion, we should not play either Pogba or Bruno. Rest both of them. Like try to give them rest and play them on Saturday when we face Arsenal. Play Fred McTominay. So yeah, I'll probably try to give our midfield a rest, especially Bruno. The guy has been playing a lot of games. He needs
Hmm.
some rest. So give him
Hmm.
some rest. And forward line Marcus should be dropped. And I'll try to like not play Cavani because against Arsenal we need to play Cavani because the kind of runs he's making, you can see that the kind of runs he's making, he's having an impact on the game
True.
for sure.
True. And I just want to make this clear to everyone. Even Shubhankar knows this. I was the biggest critic of Cavani at the beginning of the season. I was not at all happy with the deal. I think it was a desperate deal because the board had messed up. But I'm happy to say that he's absolutely sacked me down. So Shubhankar, I just want to come to you saying that, asking, what do you think Ole will go with tomorrow? What is your predicted lineup?
Okay, I'll start with the goalkeeper Dean Henderson at the back. The back four would be Alex Telles, Harry Maguire, Eric Bailly, and Brandon Williams at the right back position because he's not getting much chances. So Brandon Williams at the right back. These are the four center like for the back line. Then in front of the back line, it's Fred and McTominay. Okay, in front of Fred and McTominay, there's Van de Beek. On the right flank, Juan Mata. On the left, Anthony Martial, and up front Mason Greenwood because we need to give Greenwood a chance to play as a centre forward. So yeah,
Hmm. True. Now, the team I would go with personally is definitely Dean Henderson in goal, or probably, you know what? I think David De Gea in goal wouldn't make much of a difference. I think David De Gea would be good in goal, because I mean, you play him against Sheffield and then Arsenal. It's not going to affect his fit. I don't think it's going to affect his fitness as much as it will affect the outfield players if they play both Sheffield and Arsenal. I think this is a game where you can blitz, or just absolutely trample over the opposition. So I think we should be aiming to put this game to bed by around 60 minutes. So I would actually
yeah,
start a strong 11. I would start, yeah, probably I would start Dean Henderson in goal. I think Ole will pencil him in. Um, Alex Telles at left back, Maguire and Bailly at centre back, and I would still start Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. I would go with Fred and Pogba.
okay,
Yeah, I would go with Fred and Pogba as our two holdings. Well, probably I would play Pogba box to box and Fred as the sole holding midfielder. Or you know what? Actually, a better thing would be play Bruno, Pogba, and Matic. I think Matic, he's not been getting enough game time, right? And I think this is a perfect place where you can play Matic. And I think Matic is one of our better midfielders because he has
yeah,
the
for sure.
positional sense and of a player I think we have lacked for a really long time, and that is a proper central defensive midfielder. Obviously, we are linked with Declan Rice after the unfortunate sacking of Frank Lampard, who was dreaming of getting him last summer. But coming back to the lineup, I think it's going to be uh, Bruno Pogba Matic or Bruno McTominay Matic. I would love to see Martial back up front because I think Martial is a confidence player, and as we all know, he's not had the best of seasons. I think Sheffield is a game where you can play, where you can actually get a couple of goals and boost your confidence. So I think Martial would be a good choice as a striker. Play, if assuming Rashford does not have a knock, you play Rashford off the left and probably Mason Greenwood off the right, because even Mason Greenwood hasn't had a really
Mm,
exciting season per se, because the loss of his friend. He's not been in the goals for a long time, and then now he scored a brilliant goal against Liverpool. We've all
Yeah.
seen the meme of Robertson shouting
Yeah.
at Mason Greenwood and him still scoring, and obviously the Instagram post which he posted.
Yeah.
I think Mason Greenwood, again, I would start him. I would love to see him be among the goals tomorrow night. If Marcus Rashford's injury is a little worrying, and Ole decides not to play him against Sheffield, I would go with Cavani up front and Martial off the left. But that's it. That's my prediction. I think yes, definitely. So I want us to be in a situation that after 60 minutes, Ole can come out and say, okay, Bruno, you've done well. We are way ahead. They're not going to come back. You're off. Van de Beek, go on, get some game time. Um, you know, get more acclimatized to the Premier League as he feels that's what should be done with Van de Beek. And yeah, and I think it should be an easy game for us. I predict a 3-0 win to us. I think we should play this, put this game to bed by around 60 minutes. What about you, Shubhankar?
Okay, as you said, Bruno should be taken off at 60. The fact that the guy doesn't agree to come off, he won't. At times he doesn't even agree to come off. He wants to
Yeah.
just keep on playing. Yeah, but as you said, put the game to bed in 60 minutes. I would absolutely agree with that. And yeah, final scoreline probably a 4-0 or a 5-1. Yeah, I think of that. Because if Sheffield come attacking, we'll get a lot of opportunities to counter attack. So
Mhm.
yeah, why not? With the pace we have up front, why not?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think we all saw that against Liverpool. Those two
Yeah,
absolutely
exactly.
sumptuous goals by Mason Greenwood and Marcus Rashford. I think both of them have started linking up really well nowadays. So yeah, that was it, guys. You heard it here first. I predict 3-1. Shubhankar predicts a 5-1. I don't think a 5-1 is. I don't think it will
Much,
happen.
yeah,
But
it's
if it
not
does, because if you
possible.
see,
But I'm very optimistic.
yeah, but if you see, I think
I'm being very
credit
optimistic.
credit to Sheffield United. Most of their games have they've just lost by one goal. They've been very close to drawing, and most of our games we've won by just one goal. I think you've seen that in all of our last games. I think even
Yeah,
against Liverpool, we won 3-2. It was almost going to be a 3-all, but Wolves 1-0, Aston Villa 2-1, Burnley 1-0, Liverpool 0-0, and Fulham 2-1. I think so. If we can absolutely trample over Sheffield United tomorrow, it will be amazing. I think it will be a massive confidence boost. So 3-0 for me, 5-1 for Shubhankar. You heard it here first. Subscribe to our channel. Follow United Star. Follow, yes, definitely follow United Star on Instagram, but also follow Stretford Way on Instagram. The link is in our description. Do like, share, and comment on this videos, and tell us what you think about this game. We will see you soon.